pass, rolling to his right. They throw it, the in route to Tanner Steck, makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets, and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anasteer.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown, swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome one and all to the Lisbon High School Gymnasium for tonight's North Dakota Class B girls volleyball game. We have the Lisbon Broncos, team with the overall record of 2-4. They take on the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds come into this match tonight. The Region 1 record of 1-1 and 6-2 overall. Lisbon last in action on the September the 7th at Maple River, where they lost that match 3-0 or 0-3 to Maple River. And then we had Wyndmere-Lidgerwood there last in action on the 7th of September versus Northern Cass, where they dropped that set to Northern Cass 3-0 or 3-0. So that is your matchup tonight here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. I'm sports announcer guy Brent Dick. Our Bank North sponsor and our scoreboard sponsor tonight. We'd like to thank Bank North. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping the customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. A values-based banking. To learn more, visit banknorth.com. Member at FDIC and equal housing lender. So we just had a North Dakota High School Coaches Association and the Associated Press volleyball poll come out, and that was just recently released. So we got that for you tonight. Also talk some Region 1 volleyball with the standings and where everybody's sitting currently in Region 1. Also some contests going on tonight throughout Region 1, and then your top 10 volleyball teams throughout the state in action. We'll talk about what their schedules are and who's matching up with who. So we'll be back here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium in 30 seconds.
Shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
At Olsen Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olsen Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsencpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olsen Accounting of Lisbon.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium, home of the Lisbon Broncos. Tonight's matchup, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds versus the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos coming with an overall record of 2-4, sitting at 0-2 in Region 1. And we have Wyndmere-Lidgerwood, overall record of 6-2, 1-1 in the Region 1 ranks for the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds had a hot start to their season, going out into the early tournament, or preseason tournament, where they went 4-1 overall. And they're currently sitting at 6-2 overall and 1-1 in Region 1. Lisbon off to a slow start. Had 4 games on the road so far this season for the Lisbon Broncos. They traveled out on the 26th of August to the Coal Country Tournament in Beulah, North Dakota. Then on the 29th of August, they played at Oaks, where they lost that match by a score of 3-1 to the Oaks Tornadoes. On the 31st of August, right here in the Lisbon High School Gymnasium, they played the Hankinson Pirates, where they dropped that also by the similar score, 3-1 to the Hankinson Pirates. On September 5th, they traveled to Napoleon Gackel Streeter on the road, where they won that contest by a score of 3-0. And then the 7th of September, they traveled to Maple River, where they lost that one by a similar score of 3-0. That was on the 7th of September to Maple River. And then on September 9th, they traveled to the Central Cass tournament, and they had a number of contests, most notably against Park River, where they finished in that one in their pool play with a tie 1-1. That was against Park River at the Central Cass tournament. Don't have the overall results from that, but we do have that Park River score for you. And then for your Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds, sitting at 1-1, 6-2 overall. Like I said, they got off to that hot start on the 26th of August at Northern Cass tournament, going 4-1. 25th of August, they took on Sargent County, or played Sargent County. They won that one by a score of 3-1. 31st of August versus the Richland Colts, winning that one 3-0. And then on the 7th of September, lost to Northern Cass by a score of 3-0. In Wyndmere-Lidgerwood, kind of having the opposite schedule. The Broncos starting out, they've had home matches. I think their first 3 games are their first 3 matches of the season, and only traveling to that Northern Cass tournament on the road. So Wyndmere-Lidgerwood enjoying some home court advantage, helping them out to their 6-2 and 1-1 start in Region 1. You're looking at your North Dakota High School, North Dakota Class B girls volleyball poll. It's the first poll of the season. We'll go over that here from the high school gymnasium. But first, we'll take a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. Lisbon Broncos versus the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds coming up.
Enterprise is your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Wyndmere, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back. North Dakota Class B girls volleyball here at the home of the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon, North Dakota. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick with my cameraman Lincoln Adair. We'll go over that North Dakota Class B girls volleyball poll, that first poll of the season. Your top 10 teams in order here. Mayport CG with 4 first-place votes. Sitting at a record of 9-0 overall. They're out of Region 2. Number 2 spot goes to Northern Cass out of Region 1, 8-1. Record overall with 3 first-place votes. Dickinson Trinity picking up 1 first-place vote, sitting with a 9-0 record out of Region 7. Number 4 is Central McCain, also picking up a first-place vote with an overall record of 14-1 out of Region 5. Then North Star, overall record of 8-0, representing Region 7. South Prairie Max picking up 2 first-place votes, sitting at the number 6 spot. A 10-0 overall record out of Region 6. Number 7, Linton HMB Strasburg in that 7th hole with a 6-2 overall record representing Region 3. Number 8 is Botno, 7-2 overall out of Region 6. Number 9, Bismarck Shiloh Christian, a 6-2 overall record out of Region 5. And Langdon Edmore Munich with a 4-2 overall record out of Region 4. And that is your North Dakota High School Class B girls volleyball poll. It's the first poll of the season, just released, I believe, a few hours ago. Your Class A girls volleyball poll, first poll of the season. Just go over the top 5 there. Fargo North with 9 first-place votes with an 11-0 overall record. Fargo Davies picking up 1 first-place vote, 9-1 overall. Number 3, Bismarck Century, 8-2 record overall, sitting in that 3 spot. West Fargo Cheyenne comes in at 4, 9-3 overall, and then Bismarck, the Demons, with an 8-2 overall record, making it into the top 5 for that first poll of the season in your North Dakota High School Class A girls volleyball poll. And your Region 1 standings. Overall, we have Wyndmere-Lidgerwood sitting at 6-2 here at tonight's contest with the Lisbon Broncos. And at the top of the board here, as far as the Region 1 standings, sitting at 2-0, we have Northern Cass High School with an 8-1 overall record. Also, Hankinson Pirates sitting at top of the standings with a 2-0 Region 1 record, 5-3 overall. Came into the Lisbon Gymnasium a couple weeks ago and defeated the Broncos by a score of 3-1. That was on the 31st of August, so they're in the 2 spot, sitting with a 2-0 overall Region 1 record. Then number teams sitting with 1 win, 1 loss, or 1-1 record in Region 1, including your Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. And 6-2 overall, along with Central Cass High School, 1-1, 6-2 overall. And then we have your 1-0 teams here with Maple River, 2-1 overall. And Sargent County sitting at 1-0 in Region 1 and 2-3 overall. The teams with 1 loss or 2 losses in the region. In Region 1, we have Tri-State, Fairmont, Campbell, Tinta, Rossholt, South Dakota with a Region 1 overall record of 0-1 and currently sitting at 0-3 overall. Lisbon 0-2 in Region 1, sitting at 2-4, and then Richland High School, the Colts 0-2 in Region 1 and 0-5 overall. So that is your region standing. Also have Enderlin High School down there with the 0-2 record overall, 4-10 for the Enderlin Eagles. Your Region 1 matchups tonight, we have Tri-State versus Northern Cass, Richland versus Kindred, Enderlin versus Sargent County, Maple River versus Central Cass, and then Oak Grove versus Hankinson. So those are your other Region 1 matchups going on around the area. And then your top 10 matchups here out of that first North Dakota High School Activities Association Class B Girls Volleyball poll. Your top 10 teams in action tonight. We have, I should say all of them are in action tonight. We have Mayport CG taking on Cavalier, Northern Cass versus Tri-State. Dickinson Trinity takes on Glen Olin Hebron. Central McLean versus Standing Rock North Star at our Redeemers. South Prairie at TGU Titans. And Linton HMB in that 7th spot takes on Kidder County tonight. Bottineau at 8 versus Dunseith. Bismarck Shiloh Christian versus Wilton Wing. And that's your number 9, Shiloh Christian taking on Wilton Wing. And then number 10, Langdon Edmore Munich will take on North Prairie tonight. So what is your top 10 and Region 1 matchups tonight in your North Dakota Class B Girls Volleyball? We're here at the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with the cameraman Lincoln Adair. They're bringing you tonight's volleyball action. We'll go ahead and take a word from your sponsors and be back here for our starting lineups in 30 seconds.
To maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium, North Dakota Class B Girls Volleyball, Lisbon Broncos versus the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. We are just moments away here from our starting lineups and our national anthem. So we'll go ahead and step away another 30 seconds for our national anthem, get into a little more time to our sponsors. We'll be back here for starting lineups at the conclusion of our national anthem.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Like I said, we are moments away from our opening match between the Lisbon Broncos and the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Going over our starting lineups here for the Warbirds. In the libero, 5'5" senior, number 1, Kira Johnson. Middle hitter, 5'11" junior, number 2, Maria Jurdy. Outside hitter, 5'3" junior, number 4, Jackie Gockler. Setter, 5'10" junior, number 6, Emerson Johnson. Middle hitter, 6'4" senior, number 7, Carolyn Pitts. Right side hitter, 5'7" junior, number 9, Summer Steinhaus. And outside hitter, 5'10" junior, number 11, Samantha Donsonrod. The Warbirds are coached by Tanner Carlson, assisted by Kelly Kodatik and Jessica Metcalf. And then your home team, the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos, coached by Megan Johnson, assisted by Elizabeth Lyons and Kara Tui. Looking at your starting lineup for the Broncos. Middle hitter, 5'10" senior, number 1, Kyra Heckerl. Setter, 5'5" senior, number 2, Kaya Sweet. Outside hitter, 5'10" senior, number 4, McKenna Keller. Outside hitter, 5'9" senior, number 5, Ella Tui. Middle hitter, 5'10" senior, number 6, Clarissa Hoffer. Libero, 5'8" senior, number 9, Kendra Differding. Right side hitter, 5'10" senior, number 12, Julian Hughes. The Broncos, senior-dominated team this year with all seniors in the starting lineup, and I believe also on their bench. So a lot of experience for the Broncos with their senior leadership. And the last match, I should say their first home match of the season, was senior night, where they recognized all the Bronco volleyball seniors, and there were 9 total seniors out this year for the Lisbon volleyball team. And that was on the 29th of August for the first home match, and it was also senior night. The Broncos coming to this 0-2 in Region 1, looking to pick up their first Region 1 win of the season, coming off a victory against the Napoleon Imperials, and that was on the 7th of September. They traveled out to Napoleon, North Dakota for that match and picked up a win out there by a score of 3-0. Broncos, some of their earlier games in that game against Hankinson here at home, ended up winning a set in each of those matches. Just not able to put together a complete game or a complete series to pick up those victories. So a very capable team here in the Lisbon Broncos, and we do have our serve underway. That is setter Kaya Sweet with your first serve. And that'll go out of bounds. A little point for the Warbirds. Now 2-0 lead for the Warbirds. Serving number 4, Jackie Gottler. That sweet in the front. Able to get a hand on it. Got it to Hecker. Hecker got over the net. Going up big for the Warbirds. That was number 7, Carolyn Petz, but she not able to get it over the net. Hits it into the net, so Broncos picking up their first point. Dewey back to serve, and that's just to the outside of the near line here on the Warbirds side of the net. So 3-1 lead now for the Warbirds. Broncos struggling early on with their serving. That's the sweet over to Hecker. Hecker goes up, night tap over the net. Set in front of the net, now goes up. Another tap over by the Warbirds. Number 11, Samantha Dotson-Rod got it over. Broncos not able to return it back over the net. So another point for the Warbirds, now up 4-1. Serving over here in the near corner. It's like number 2, Maria Jurdy. That goes off. It's like it goes off the hands of Summer Steinhaus out of bounds. The Broncos pick up another point. Now a 4-2 lead for the Warbirds in your first set of the night. The JV game went to, an abbreviated game, went 2-1 to the Warbirds. Trying to keep the tonight's schedule on track so they have to play the full 5 sets there, but Warbirds ended up winning that JV game by 2-1. Oh, 5-2 score. That's a dugout by Tui going up. It's like Keller. Little miscommunication by the Warbirds, so Keller's little tap over the net scores the points for the Broncos. A sub in the game for the Broncos. That's Paige Zimprich. Zimprich, a 5'5" senior. And now in the game for the Broncos. That's just tapped up over the net. Tui's gets to the front line. That's set up by Sweet to Heckrell. And blocker put back by the Warbirds. And now a 6-3 lead for the Warbirds. Petz back to serve. Petz serve goes into the net. Point for the Broncos. Now a 6-4 score. This is your first set of the night. Heckrell jump serve. That's off the top of the net. The official on the far side of the net just calls a slap at the ball here by the Warbirds, so point goes to Heckrell. Heckrell's second serve goes into the net. First serve just got it over the net to that far, or over the net on the far side. The Warbirds not able to handle it. Now a 7-5 score here on that second serve by Heckrell that goes into the net. The serve, Heckrell digs it out. Tui goes up and blocked and into the net now. So another point for the Warbirds. The Broncos just trying to have a little difficulty now trying to find the handle on those spikes over the net. That's returned back over by Differding. Set here to the front court. A spike over handled by Heckrell and Tui. Heckrell taps it over. Now set here in the front court. Attacked by the Warbirds. That's handled by the Broncos. Returned by Differding. Differding goes up, slams it. Differding again in the backcourt, gets it to the front. Now attacked by Tui. Tui goes up, and that drops in for a point for the Broncos. Good rally for the Broncos. The Broncos with the serve. Keller back to serve. Keller, a 5'10" senior, going up. Keller not able to handle that. By Petz. Petz went up. Put it right in the soft spot of the Lisbon defense. Keller not able to get back and handle it. That serve handled by Zimprich, dug out. Zimprich just going to get it over the net. Another point for the Broncos as that ball went out of bounds on the backcourt. A hard serve there by Sweet. Johnson able to dig that out, got it up. Teammate returned it over the net. Tui went up, hit a spike there, partially blocked by the Warbirds. Now Sweet back over to Tui. Tui going up. The Warbirds get a hand on it, slow the ball down. Now a nice little pass back over the net. And Hughes goes up, tried to tap it over. But the Warbirds there with the big front line. They're not fooled by that. Now a 10-7 lead for the Warbirds. And Differding digs it out. That's like Hoffer. Hoffer goes cross court, out of bounds. A serve by Gockler. Dewey and Differding back there, get it up in the air. They're playing a little Korean soccer over there on the far side. For the Warbirds, that's looking like Steinhaus went out, tried to get that one with their foot. Oh, attack up there by Petz. Spikes it over the net for another point for the Warbirds. That was Jurdy on the serve. Jurdy now back to Jurdy's. Gets it to Dotzenrod over the net. Sweet to Heckrell. Heckrell gets it up. Warbirds get a hand on it, slow it down. They just turn it back over the net to Differding. Back to Sweet. Heckrell goes up. Nice attack by Heckrell. Goes off the hand of Jurdy and out of bounds to the Broncos. Trying to close the gap here. 12-9 lead for the Warbirds. Warbirds jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. Little tap over the net by Jurdy. Or excuse me, that's by Petz. So Petz taps it over the net, over the defender's outstretched hands there of the Broncos. Tui digs it out there, gets it over to Sweet. Sweet sets it to Hughes, and that goes cross court. Picking up the point for the Broncos there was Julian Hughes, that cross court attack. Another soft return over the net by the Warbirds. So Petz is going to set it up. Dotzenrod gets it over the net. Sweet just pushes it over, finds the back corner, that far corner, and scores a point for the Broncos. Now a 13-11 lead for the Warbirds. Broncos able to close it now to 2 points. Zimprich with the serve goes back to Warbirds. Warbirds able to tap it over to Sweat to Heckrell. Heckrell goes up, attacks it, spike, hits the blocker's hands there in the front of the front line of the Warbirds into the net. So point Broncos. That served by Zimprich into the net. So another point for the Warbirds, now 14-12. Petz serving, gets it to Differding. Differding is able to dig it out. The Sweet Heckrell attacks, puts it over the net. Now Sweet passes it back over. That goes to Johnson. That was set to Dotzenrod. Tui gets it back to Heckrell. Heckrell a little bit too much on that, sends it sailing over the backcourt and out of bounds. 15-12 lead for the Warbirds. Heckrell's just going to tap it over. Warbirds looking to attack here. Going up, taps it over. Is Gockler for the Warbirds, now 16-12 lead. So Pet's back to serve. Little jump serve, gets to Tui, sweet. To Keller. Keller looking for that far corner. Johnson not able to handle it. Point Broncos. Yeah, Heckrell gets that serve down. Handled by Gockler. Now over to Tui. Tui hits it to Petz. Petz able to get some error under it. The Warbirds return it back over to Keller. Keller on fire, scoring another point for the Broncos. Now a 16-14 lead for the Warbirds. Heckrell with the serve. Right to Petz. Warbirds knock it over. Now to Differding. The Tui. Tui goes up, attacks it. In the front court for the Warbirds. They tap it over to Tui. Tui slams it down. Warbirds not able to handle it. Johnson diving save. Gets it over the net. To Zimprich to Keller. Keller finds a soft spot on that far side. Keller scoring the last 3 points for the Broncos. Broncos now close the gap within 1 point. Looking to tie this up in the first set. Heckrell with the serve. A great rally here for the Bronco to Differding. Differding going to improve a lot of, more focus tonight than that home opener that we had here against Hankinson. Able to dig that one out. Back to Differding, and once again, Differding digs it out. Goes up, taps it over, and that is out of bounds. So, looked like possible touch by the Warbirds, but that ends up going out of bounds. The official right there gets a good look at it. They're going back to Differding in that first home opener that we had here. She just wasn't on her game that night, not focused, hitting some balls off her feet, or not able to get over to the attack point of the ball. That one slammed down hard to the backcourt. That was either Petz or Jurdy. Looked like it was Jurdy. The scores there, Differding outstretched, tried to get a hand underneath it, not able to get it. Now 15-18 or 18-15 lead for the Warbirds here in set one. And Kiera Johnson back to serve for the Warbirds. Differding gets it into the net. Hey, Tui and Sweet over there to go down on the floor, not able to dig that out, get it back up in the air. And Johnson with the serve again to Differding, to Sweet. It's going to go over to Keller. For the Warbirds, that's out of bounds. That, from my position, looked like it was out of bounds. The official on that far corner says it was in. That was out of bounds. That's served by Keller, handled by Johnson, attacking it in the net. The Warbirds over to Tui. Tui hits it right into the net. Tui goes up to attack it. Just got a little bit too much elevation over the ball there. Get that ball straight down to the net, so we got a timeout by the Broncos. It's a 20-16 lead for the Warbirds. We're going to step away for a 30-second timeout to bring you our conclusion of our first set here from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium.
Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hey, welcome back here. Broncos within one before that timeout, but the Warbirds are pulling away now, up 20-17 on the Broncos in this first set of the night. The Warbirds jumped out to a 2-0 lead, then eventually stretched it out to 3. Been high as 4 points over the Broncos. Broncos managed to close that gap within one. That is called out of bounds by the official on this near corner. The score now 20-18. Ball returned back over to Differding. The Heckrell attacks it. It's it right to Jurdy. Excuse me, to Petz. Petz up and over and blocked by the Broncos. Well, that's Hoffer and Hughes. Team up for that block. Broncos back within 1 point. Set by Sweet. Sweet scores the point for the Broncos on the third. Broncos now tie it up. After that timeout, Broncos down by 4 points, now tie it up 20-20. Sweet with the serve for the Broncos. A good serve, hard serve by Sweet over the net. Differding is going to dig it out, goes into the net. Just misplays by that front line for the Broncos. Sweet. It charged up to the net, not able to get underneath that. A little jump serve to Differding. Goes to Sweet, now to Hoffer. Hoffer's going to try to hit that far corner, and it is in. The Broncos tie it back up. Scoreboard operator sleeping a little bit here. Tied up 21 apiece. I have to get my long-range glasses out here. Some of these that look like they're out of bounds or inbounds, they're having a hard time calling them. They're syncing up with the refs. So that point by the Broncos gets the first lead of the match, or first lead of this set. Now 22-21 lead for the Broncos. Goes to Tui on the serve. Not hammered across the net by Petz. Petz slams it out of bounds. Another point for the Broncos, now up by 2 in this first set. Tui with the serve. The senior for the Broncos gets it over to Johnson. Warbirds tap it over. Now to Heckrell is going to tap it across. Warbirds looking to set up, attacks it to Petz. Now to Tui. Heckrell's going to go up. Taps it over the extended hands of the Warbird defense. Petz goes up, slams it into the net. Broncos now with their biggest lead of the match, or the biggest lead of this set. Lead by 3, looking to win this set. On the serve by Tui. Up to Petz. Petz looking to make up for that previous mistakes. She goes up hard, hits it to Tui. Tui not able to handle it now. 24-22 lead for the Broncos. The Broncos just kind of hanging around in this set, able to take the lead, now up by 2. Differding, Tui and Differding both there. Over to Heckrell. Heckrell looking to score a point. Tacks it. Warbirds able to handle it to Petz. Taps it over to Tui, and that goes out of bounds. The Warbirds now within 1. The Broncos student section up on their feet looking for this first set victory for the Broncos. Heckrell goes up, slam, blocked by the Warbirds. Puts it right back to Heckrell. Donsonrod and Petz go up, block it. tied up 24 apiece in this first set. That serve is long. Broncos should have let that one go. Got to communicate out there. And Tui gets it up. Set to Betts. Betts going to dink it over. And the Warbirds now take a 1-point lead. The Warbirds have been working that little tip over the net on the Broncos. The Broncos still haven't made the adjustment yet. Goes to Sweet to Hoffer. Puts it up and over. She's going to find that far side. Gets it in bounce. Broncos tie it back up, 25 apiece. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood here represented with the student section of the row. Broncos sporting the cowboy hats on the far side, but that's not going to help out as the Warbirds now up by 1, 26-25. By that big slam or big spike by Dotson-Rod. The serve to Tui, goes to Tui. Tui's going to hit it over the net to Johnson. That attack by Petz, puts it up. This time Broncos are ready for it. And they hit it long, out of bounds, and that's a 27-25 first set victory or win for the Warbirds. So the Warbirds take an early one-set lead. We're going to go ahead and step away for another 30-second timeout. We'll be back here for set number 2 from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We don't have a halftime show, but we do have our Olson Accounting. They are sponsors of our halftime show. We'll have our little 3-minute break here between sets. So Olson Accounting, if you need help with monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to olsoncpa.com. So I'd like to thank Olson Accounting for being one of our sponsors here for Lisbon High School athletics and all the coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. The Warbirds take that first set number 1, by a score of 27-25 over the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos started out slow, not able to find the rhythm or find their serve early on, but came storming back, took a 3-point lead, had a 24-21 lead over the Warbirds. Warbirds came barreling back, tied it up at 25 apiece. Then it was all Warbirds after that as they scored 2 unanswered points to take that 27-25 first set lead over the Lisbon Broncos. So we'll go ahead and step away here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Lincoln Adair for set number 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Hey, welcome back. We are here for set number 2, North Dakota Class B High School Girls Volleyball. The matchup tonight between the Warbirds and the Broncos. Warbirds take an early 1-0 lead, winning that first set 27-25 over the Broncos. Good back and forth battle. Broncos starting out a little slow, trying to find their serve and their attack points. Able to close that gap. Took a 3-point lead, 24-21. Warbirds come back and win it 27-25. That first serve by the Warbirds here in this set. A 1-point lead for the Warbirds. The Broncos take an early 2-0 lead in set number 2. That's Sweet with the serve. Scored the first 2 points of the set for the Broncos. That's Betts, puts it off the hand of Differding in the backcourt. Oh, 2-1 score. Your Bank North scoreboard. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds picking up that first set win, 27-25 here. Hoffer gets it over the net, little cross court. Now to Tui. Tui gets it up over the net, handled by the Warbirds. Warbirds get it back to the backcourt over to Differding. Now to Heckgirl. The Sweet's going to put it across. A good return by Sweet. Petz goes up, blocked by the Broncos, but it goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Warbirds. A good hustle by Gockler. Gockler not able to handle it. Johnson, that goes out of bounds. That sweep by Tui. It goes out of bounds on the far side. It's over to Differding. Differding gets it to Tui to the front court. Look at a little miscommunication by the Broncos. Sweet able to get it over. Got an attack here in the front court by the Warbirds. Over to Hughes. Hughes taps it over. Going to set attack by Petz. Petz and Hughes both go up with it. Hughes able to get it back over. Now to Sweet. To Heckroll. Heckroll hits it off the hands. Well, the Warbird defender. Look like Johnson. So a point for the Broncos, now up 4-2. Differding, the senior, with the serve for the Lisbon Broncos. To the front court, the Betts tacks over the cross court to Hughes, and that's a point for the Warbirds, now 4-3. Hey, Petz with the serve, goes over to Tui. To Sweet, to Hughes. Hughes going to, nice return by Hughes, gets it over the net, cross court. Warbirds go up to Differding. High arch and return. Goes back and out of bounds. Now tied up 4 apiece. To Petz, Heckroll gets it. Attacked by Keller, a little bit too much on that, goes out of bounds. The Warbirds take a 1-point lead, now up 5-4. Broncos had an early 3-1 lead in the second set. Go down to the Warbirds in that first set, 27-25. Petz with the serve to Tui. Tui looks like knuckled that one out of bounds here on the near side. Now 6-4 lead for the Warbirds. That served by Petz in the net. Broncos pick up another point. 6-5 is the score. Zimprich coming in for Lisbon. She'll replace Hughes. Here to serve is Zimprich. Zimprich with the serve to Johnson. It's a Dotson rod, gets over to the net. Heckroll, Sweet to Heckroll. Heckroll goes up for the attack. A little miscommunication in the front by the Warbirds. Now to Differding over the net. To Sweet, to Heckroll. Heckroll goes up, finds the soft spot. Oh, Warbirds able to get a hand on it. That is 3 hits and the point for the Broncos. Now tied up 6 apiece with Zimprich serving. Coach Megan Johnson issuing some instructions over to Differding. Now Differding gets underneath it. It goes to Tui. Tui a little bit too high, puts that one in the net. 7-6 lead for the Warbirds. Johnson with the serve. Heckroll goes up. Got up over the top of that, put that one in the net. Now an 8-6 lead for the Warbirds. Johnson into the net. Point for the Broncos. Broncos took an early 3-1 lead in the second set. Warbirds now up by one, lead this one 8-7 with Heckrell serving for Lisbon. Heckrell goes up, jump serve, and that's hit out of bounds by Gockler. And Gockler misjudged that one coming in from Heckrell. Now tied up 8 apiece. Back to Gockler. Gockler with a little trouble again. Warbirds able to get that over. We thought Keller was going to get that one. No. Goes up, blocked by Keller. Keller goes up by herself, helps the Broncos to a 9-8 lead. And Keller in that first set scoring some crucial points for the Broncos late in that set, helping them out to that 3-point lead, that 24-21 lead that they had late before the Warbirds tied it up and eventually won it. The Warbirds with the attack on the net. Ties it up 9 apiece. So Jurdy goes up, spikes it across the net to Differding. Differding not able to hands it. Ball goes into the stands. Now on that serve, Broncos get it over the net. Back to Heckrell, the sweet to Keller, goes cross court, hits it to Johnson. And Jurdy goes back up. Differding got a hand on it, but not enough. Oh, a 10-9 lead for the Warbirds. Goes from Differding, gets it to the front court to Keller. Keller gets it over the net. Oh, Keller puts it back to Tui. The Sweet's going to set it for Keller. Keller gets it up. It's return, attack at the net for the Warbirds. And Gockler goes up and spikes across court. Scoring the point for the Warbirds, now up 11-9. The serve by the Warbirds, handled by Heckrell to Tui. Cross court. Pet's able to get underneath it. To Keller to Sweet. Over to Tui. Tui gets a cross court, handled by Johnson, goes on net. Point for the Broncos. Like Hoffer into the into set number 2 for the Broncos. Another point for the Broncos, now tied up at 11. The serve by Keller. And Keller's, it's set to Johnson. The Jurdy in the front court. The Broncos able to get underneath Zimprich with a nice dig. One-handed dig, gets that up in the air. Sweet able to get it over the net. Gockler goes up, hits it into the net, so point for the Broncos, now up 12-11. Gockler had a little success on that, a couple points before that. Not able to find the handle, hits it into the net. So Keller is still with the serve. Nice rally by the Broncos. Warbirds looking to break it. Pet's the attack from the backcourt. Got it over the net. Warbirds return it. Lisbon able to get it to Tui. Now the Hoffer goes up, blocks it back. Petz goes up, cross court. Good reaction by Keller on the far side. Attacked by Gockler. Little dink over the net. The Sweet with their own little dink or soft pass back over the net. Scores the point. Lisbon up now 13-11. Lisbon pulling that little play from the Warbirds with Sweet tapping it over the net. Finds a soft spot in the defense. Scores the point. The 13-11 lead for the Broncos. It's missed handle or misjudge by Jurdy. The Broncos grab a 14-11 lead timeout by the Warbirds. We'll go ahead and take our own here. Word from our sponsors. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, welcome back. Lisbon High School Gymnasium sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Lincoln Adair. Live coverage, North Dakota Class B girls volleyball, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds versus the Lisbon Broncos. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood taking our first set tonight by a score of 27-25. They jumped out to an early lead over the Broncos. Broncos is struggling to find their serve in the rhythm at the net. Able to battle back and kind of hang around. Took a 24-21 lead late in that first set. But the Warbirds hang on and win that one by a score of 27-25 here in set number 2. Lisbon grabbing a 14-11 lead here after that timeout by the Warbirds. The Tui goes up, cross court, over to Petz to Johnson. Gockler puts it up, but Hoffer is there, blocks it. Back to Gockler, not able to handle it. Broncos up now 15-11 in set number 2. That's served by Keller. The Jurdy puts it up. Hoffer blocks it. To Tui across court. Pet's not able to handle it. Another point for the Broncos. Keller continuing to serve. The Warbirds trying to break the serve by Keller to Tui. They do just that. Able to help out their own cause now. Down by 4 with Gockler serving. The jump serve to Differding. The Sweet to Hoffer. Hoffer goes up big, but Pet's right there. Gets the block for the Warbirds. Gockler on the serve to Differding. Differding gets it. Over to Heckrell now from Sweet. Little one-hand dig over on the far side by the Warbirds to Petz. Over the net, back to Sweet to Tui. Tui, little soft touch over the net. Warbirds able to return it back across to Hoffer, goes up to Gockler. Good rally here by both teams. Now to Heckrell to Differding. That little hesitation by the Broncos cost them that point there. Now 16-14 lead for the Broncos in set number 2. It's a Sweet. Hoffer goes up, little cross court. It took a little bit off that. And that stays in bounds on that tack and spike by Petz. And Gockler now on the far side with their serve. She had served over here from this near corner, changes it up. Now tied up at 16 apiece. Broncos trying to break that serve. Gockler goes back over to that far side. Hits it to Sweet. Now to Heckrell. Heckrell's going to return it over to Petz. Going to the front court to Jurdy. Hopper gets up, but it goes back down on the Broncos side of the net for a Warboard point. Now Broncos down by 1. We have a timeout by the Broncos. Coach Megan Johnson wants to talk it out with their team, so we'll be back here, Bronco Gymnasium. Warbirds up by score of 17-16, back in 30 seconds.
Neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Wyndmere, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back. Lisbon High School Gymnasium sports announcer guy Brent Dick, along with cameraman Lincoln Adair on yourliveevent.com, bringing you North Dakota Class B girls volleyball. Lisbon Broncos versus the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds take our first set by a score of 27-25. Now up in this one, 17-16. That serve by Gockler goes into the net. Now tied up. A back and forth battle between the Broncos. Been that way this whole set. Lisbon took an early lead. Up by as much as 4. Warbirds battle back, took a 1-point lead, now tied up. Sweet with the serve to Petz. The Broncos kind of all bunched up here in this near corner. Nobody back there to handle that return by Petz. Warbirds now up by a score of 18-17. To Tui, goes to the front to Sweet. Sweet able to get it up to Heckrell. Heckrell returns it over. Pet's going to spike it, finds that soft spot in the defense. A big hole in that defense by the Broncos, now up 19-17. 2-point lead for the Warbirds. Jurdy back to serve. Jurdy to Differding over the net and now out of bounds for another point. Warbirds now up 20-17. Jurdy once again with the serve over the net to Tui. To Differding to the front court. Over to, goes to Hughes. Hughes gets it over to Gockler, is able to handle it on that far side, goes out of bounds. Well, it says it's in. The official on that far side says that it's in bounds, so Jurdy picking up the point. Continues to serve. Warbirds now up 21-17. Broncos were in the same position that first set, come battling back, took a 3-point lead, 24-21, but the Warbirds able to pull out that victory in the first set, 27-25. Now Tui goes up, handled by Gockler in the backcourt. To Petz. Finds a soft spot in that middle of the defense. This time in the backcourt. Now up 22-17. Broncos looking to break the serve by Jurdy. No jump serve by Jurdy. That's handled by Hughes, puts it out of bounds. Now a 23-17 lead for the Warbirds. They're up by 6. I think the biggest lead of either set tonight. This now 7-point lead, or excuse me, it was a 6-point lead. Broncos able to break that serve, goes out of bounds here on the near side. So Tui with the serve for the Broncos. The Gockler, a nice little backhanded push over the net. And things are going your way. You're hard to beat. Point scored for the Warbirds. To Differding, to Hughes. Hughes gets it up. That's blocked back, put back by Petz for the winning point of this second set. Your Warbirds win 25-18, set number 2. Now take a 2-0 set lead over the Broncos. We'll go ahead and step away here for our second set timeout. We'll be back here, Lisbon High School Gymnasium, yourliveevent.com, after a word from our sponsors.
with a variety of services to help your business from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Wyndmere, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back here for set number 3. Your Warbirds tonight take a 2-set lead over the Broncos, winning that first set 27-25, and your second set 25-17. The Broncos in that first set came out with a slow start, eventually taking a 24-21 lead late in that first set for the Warbirds. Break the serve of the Bronco and come back to win that one by a score of 27-25. Your second set, Lisbon Broncos take an early lead up midway through that second set, but the Warbirds come back and win it handily 25-17. So here for set number 3, Broncos with the serve going up. Hughes and Keller with the block. Goes to Sweet, to Heckrell. Goes to Petz. Petz hits it to the back to Johnson. Now to Gockler. Gets it over the net. Goes to Differding. To Sweet. Hughes up cross court. Not handled. And point scored for the Broncos. Your first point of this third set goes to the Lisbon Broncos. So Hughes able to find the handle on it. Hits across court. Attack. Spikes it across court. Scores a point for the Broncos. So Sweet with the serve. That was Jurdy able to get it back over. Now to Tui, finds it back line, and that's out of bounds. Fisher right there with his eyeball on it, able to make the call. All tied up one apiece. Gockler with the serve here on the near side. You did see set number 2, she will change it up, go to the far side, tries to change the angle on the Broncos. The Pets to Heckrell. With the kill. Gockler with the serve to Keller. Just out of position in that front court. Keller not able to get a handle on it. Now a 3-1 lead for the Warbirds. Into the net by Gockler. That is a point for the Broncos. Two with the serve. Nice hard serve by Two. Goes to the backcourt. Betts goes up cross court. A little bit too far. And that is out. Ooh. So that does go out. Goes to that far corner right at the official's feet. Now tied up 3 apiece. And served by Tui. The Pets. Cross court. Too much to handle for Differding. Now takes a 4-3 lead for the Warbirds. That attack and spike by Pets. Jurdy with the serve to Differding. Or to Tui. Yeah, sweet. Nice return back over the net. To Pets. That is out. Ooh. And my angle. That looked like it was over the back line, but the official right there calls it in. You don't have slow-mo replay here on yourlifeevent.com. Eckrell attack to Pets and blocked by Keller. Hey, Keller coming up with some big points tonight for the Broncos. They're doing it up at the net. And also with their attacks and serves. Putting together a complete game. Now with the serve. His back is Keller to Gockler. Pets is going to go up. Little soft touch over the net. Hey, Keller from the backcourt comes in. Hey, Pets trying that little soft touch pass over the net. Hey, Keller, good reaction on it. Gets underneath it, puts it in the backcourt where nobody could handle it from the Warbirds. Scores a point for the Broncos. Now with the serve. Kind of a sinking serve. And we got officials whistle there in the net. So another point for the Broncos and Keller. The Bank North scoreboard. The Broncos lead this one by a score of 6-5. Another point for the Broncos. No, a 7-5 lead. Broncos not rolling over for the Warbirds tonight. Competitive in every match. They are capable. Trying to put together a complete game. And that set by Keller, just as they say that, goes out of bounds. Differding now in. Keller taking a seat. The Broncos with that 1 point lead now 7-6. The Warbirds tie it up on that. Like the serve by Johnson. Now score cross court by Pets. Puts it over the net for another point. Now lead 8-7. That is Johnson on the serve. Goes to Hoffer. Johnson returns it. That's Emerson Johnson, I should say, on the serve. To Hoffer over the net, cross court. Emerson Johnson gets some air underneath it, gets it to Pets. Now to the far side, goes out of bounds. Another point for the Warbirds. Now up by 2, lead this one 9-7. Emerson Johnson with the serve for the Warbirds to Heckrell over the net. Up and over is Pets. Not able to handle it. That block teaming up are Heckrell and Hoffer. So Zimprich back in. Hughes takes a seat. Yeah, sinking serve by Zimprich. Differding over to Heckrell. Heckrell thought about going up. He taps it over the net to Pets. Pets taps it up. Hoffer returns it. That diving one-handed dig and a point scored for the Warbirds. Lisbon caught flat-footed. And admiring their earlier work and got caught flat-footed. A point for the Warbirds. Now take a 2-point lead, 10-8. A good return by Zimprich to Differding. The Broncos once again got mixed up there. Looked like Sweet and Hoffer ran into each other. not in position to return that. We got a timeout by the Broncos. Coach Megan Johnson wants to talk it over once again and get the Broncos calmed down and focused here back on set number 3. So we'll be back in 30 seconds after a word from our sponsors.
To maintaining the condition of your vehicle. Trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome back here after this timeout. The Warbirds with the serve. Broncos able to break that serve by the Warbirds. Score this first point after the timeout. Now down by 2. Broncos once again trying to hang around here and make a run for it at the end of the set. Eckler with the serve. Goes to the front court. Gockler with the attack. Blocked, and it looks like it was in the net. He goes out of bounds. A point for the Warbirds. It is sweet. The Hoffer finds the backcourt. He had a whistle, and I think we're in the net by Hoffer. The Warbirds with a 4-point lead. Ooh, that is a little miscommunication. Broncos, Zimprich just couldn't get out of the way of that one. Looked like it was going long and out of bounds. His subs in for the Broncos. Differting sitting along with Keller. So Zimprich in for the Broncos. And also Haley Quall, number 8, Haley Quall in. Zimprich sets it to Sweet. To Hoffer over the net. Going up is Gockler, and that is inbounds. Gockler goes up with the attack. Finds that inside backcourt line. Scores a point. And Quall with a nice dig. Helping the Broncos out here, coming off the bench. Hoffer goes up. Differting back in. Hoffer up again. Kiera Johnson gets underneath it. The front court for the Warbirds. Get it over the net to Sweet. And that finds a soft spot. Gockler and Jurdy not able to get to it. Broncos with the serve. Keller taking the spot of Quall. So Haley Quall takes the seat along with Differding. Zimprich back in along with Keller. Keller goes to the front line. Gockler goes up. A little bit too much on that. Excuse me, not Gockler. Looked like Steinhaus. Went up a little bit too much off. Sends it sailing across that backcourt line. Hoffer with the serve. Johnson dug it out a little bit too much. Not enough touch on that one. Sends it over the net. Broncos attack it and score a point. Now 15-12 lead for the Warbirds. Gockler goes to Jurdy over to Heckrell. To Zimprich. Tui goes up. That's not able to handle it, or the Warbirds. Going back is Kiera Johnson. The Warbirds with the hustle, but not able to get to it. Johnson and Gockler not giving up on that ball. Now a 2-point lead for the Warbirds. To Hoffer. Like number 16 in for the Warbirds. That's over. Returned over back by Heckrell. Going to the front kind of Gockler. The two, he gets it up. Not enough on it. Each team trading digs here in that front court line. The Tui just kind of misjudged her jump on that. Didn't get enough on it to put it over the net. A nice hard serve here by Steinhaus. Here to the front court. Gockler attacks it, gets it over to Heckrell, to Sweet. Tui goes up, hammers it to the backcourt to Johnson. Kiera Johnson. Gockler taps it over. Little fist pump from the front court. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood scrambling here at the front net. And that's 3 taps and a point for the Broncos. Zimprich takes a seat. Hughes comes back in. Senior number 12 for the Broncos with Sweet serving. Kiera Johnson goes to Jurdy. The Differting not able to handle it. Goes back behind her head. Now a 17-14 lead for the Warbirds. So that was Brendan Metcalf. That was in a 5'4" senior. For the Warbirds, takes the seat. That was number 16. And that was too far. That did go out of bounds. So I think it is a point for the Warbirds. To me, it looked like it went out. Not sure if it was touched by a Bronco, but officials making the call on that. Now 18-14 lead for the Broncos. The Tui. Keller sends it over the net to Kiera Johnson. Here to the front court. Betts goes up, cross court. A couple digs by the Broncos. Sweet returns it back over the net. A good play by both teams. And they were in the net, so Keller and Betts are still playing the ball. Betts won that battle, but a whistle already blown. So now a 15-18 lead for the Warbirds. Tui with the serve. Gockler gets it to the front court, goes to Jurdy. A little bit too much, and that is out of bounds. Oh, and the official says that Lisbon got a touch by the Broncos. Jurdy with the serve to Heckrell. Keller is going to send it over the net. Finds Gockler in the backcourt. And Dotson not able to handle it, sends it out of bounds. Oh, 19-16 lead for the Broncos. Differting takes the seat, back with Keller on the serve. Hoffer in for Differting. Megan Johnson doing some substitution, trying to find that white combination for the front court. That ball mishandled by the Warbirds, now 19-17 lead. Keller with nice serve. Gockler doing everything she could to handle that. Gets it to the front to Betts, but Betts sends it into the net. A bright spot tonight in the Bronco lineup is McKenna Keller. Keller and Heckrell on that far side. The Sweet. Hoffer goes up, slaps it over. Setting it up for Betts. Betts dinks it over, finds that just inside that far. Far out of bounds line there over by the official. Just catches the inside of it. Point for the Warbirds. The Heckrell Broncos standing around a little bit flat-footed there, able to react, get it across over to Betts. Betts sees the weak spot in that defense on that far side, finding some open holes, takes advantage of it. And that ball sent into the net with authority by Emerson Johnson. The Broncos now down by 2 points, 21-19. Zimprich with the serve. Gockler, and that goes out of bounds. Gockler didn't touch it, made an attempt at it. Now 22-19 lead. The Bank North scoreboard, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood take the first 2 sets. 27-25 and 25-17. That goes out of bounds, point for the Broncos. Broncos still hanging around. Trying to keep their serve in this rally going. Now down by 2 points. Heckrell. It comes up short. Tried to take a little bit off that. Took too much. Goes up underneath the net. Kiera Johnson for the Warbirds with the serve to Sweet. Over to Tui. Tui hammers it back to Kiera Johnson. A nice little fake on that far side by Steinhaus. Broncos able to recover, get it back over the net. Now to Tui. Kiera Johnson handles it. Over to Steinhaus. Oh. And now Sweet. Pet's able to get a hand on it. Gets it back to the front court over the net. Now to Sweet. To Hoffer. Goes up cross court. Kiera Johnson gets a hand on it. Nice hustle by the Warbirds. You've seen all night. They just don't give up on the ball. And that's put back, and it goes eventually out of bounds. With Hoffer and Jurdy battling it out there in the front line. Two with the serve to Pets. And that's going to be a point for the Broncos. And down by 1, Differding with the serve. Broncos trying to extend this match tonight with the Warbirds. The Pets, that is point for the Broncos. Now they tie it up. Broncos tried to hang around. We got a timeout by the Warbirds, tied up here 23 apiece on your Bank North scoreboard. Set number 3. Be back after a word from our sponsors.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Hey, welcome back here. Broncos with the serve, tied up 23 apiece. Differding goes to Pets. Over to Jurdy, gets it over. Zimprich in the game for the Broncos. Returns it back over to Pets. To Differding. Gets it to Sweet. Set, attack by Keller, cross court, handled by the Warbirds. To Keller, now to Heckrell. Kiera Johnson goes to the front court, attack by Pets. A little bit too much, goes out of bounds. Broncos now with a 1-point lead. Up 24-23. Differding with the serve. And Warbirds trying to put this one away. Broncos hung around. Tied it up. Now they lead by 1. Little two-handed put over by the Warbirds. Like Steinhaus on the far side. The Gockler goes up to Heckrell. The Sweet. Tui. Little touch by Tui, handled by the Warbirds to Pets. To Differding. Now to Sweet. Broncos looking to take set number 3 to Keller. Back to Differding to Sweet. Heckrell's going up. Puts it over. Pets with the block attempt. The Broncos score. Now lead this 25-23 and take set number 3. Your Lisbon Broncos battling back here, not giving up. Now take a 1 set to 2. Or I should say the Warbirds take a 2 set to 1 lead over the Broncos. Here on your Bank North scoreboard. The Lisbon battling back, hanging around in this third set. Win this one 25-23. It's set number 1. The Warbirds picked up the first set victory 27-25. Third set victory 25-17. Hey, both sets the Broncos just hung around that second set. The Warbirds able to pull away and win that one a little bit, a little bit handily. In set number 3, Lisbon able to take a victory here, 25-23. So we'll step away, come back for set number 4 from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium, North Dakota Class B High School Girls Volleyball. And we'll be back after word from our sponsors.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium, home of the Lisbon Broncos. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Lincoln Adair as the Lisbon Broncos able to take set number 3 by a score of 25-23. Lisbon, they kind of hung around there in that third set, able to tie it up and take the 2-point victory. Forcing set number 4, the Warbirds with the serve. Here in your Bank North scoreboard at Bank North, they take the community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing leader. The Warbirds with the serve. No points yet scored in this fourth set. And Pets goes up, attacks with the kill. The Heckrell not able to get it. Take an early 1-0 lead in set number 4. Gawker with the serve for the Warbirds, serving on that far side of that far corner over to Differding. And Betts goes up, a little tap over the net. Sweet not able to get to it here in the near side. The Warbirds with an early 3-0 lead. Dockler to Heckrell to Keller. Gets Kier Johnson in the backcourt. Or to Jurdy. Jurdy a little bit too much on that, sends it out in that far corner. Now a 3-1 lead for the Warbirds. Is Sweet with the serve. Goes to Emerson Johnson. Now to Gockler to Johnson. Over to Jurdy. Jurdy finds a soft spot in that defense. The Warbirds now up 4-1. The subs come in for the Warbirds with Dotson back in. Jurdy with the serve. Pets with the put back. Jurdy to serve. Gets to Tui. To Sweet. Back to Tui. Pets is going to go up with the kill over the net. The Warbirds on a mission in this fourth set. Now take a 6-1 lead. Jurdy with the serve. The Tui. The Swede over to Keller. Going up for the block as Petz and Dotson not able to handle that. Point for the Broncos. Now a 6-2 lead for the Warbirds. Tui serves to Gockler. Petz, little fist tap over the net to Sweet, to Heckrell. To Petz. The blockers at the net there for the Broncos. You got Hughes, Keller, and Heckrell with the block. Gockler got a fist on it, knocks it out of bounds. Now a 6-3 lead for the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Petz goes up, little tap over the net. Right there was Emerson Johnson. Differding able to handle that attack by Johnson. Now to Petz. Petz looking for the soft spot, gets it to Sweet. Now to Differding. Over to Keller, across the net to Gockler. Petz going up. And that was Dotson on the return of that attack and sends it out of bounds. So Dotson a couple times this set. Just sending those balls sailing up and over the Lisbon defenders and out of bounds. You got the ace there by Tui. The Broncos closing the gap here, now down by 1, 6-5 in the fourth set. Tui with the serve to Gockler. Dotson over the net. Now to Sweet to Heckrell. Heckrell goes up. Kier Johnson, diving dig, comes out. Gets it to Petz. Petz puts it over for the score for the Warbirds. Sweet not able to handle it. So Heckrell back to Sweet to Keller, looking for a cross court. Too much on that, goes out of bounds, sails it out of bounds. Now 8-5 lead for the Warbirds. And Heckrell, he got it over the net just on the out-of-bounds side of the net. So we got a timeout by the Broncos. Here to Bank North scoreboard, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood leads set number 4 by a score of 9-5. We'll be back after another word from our sponsors.
Bridge. We believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Hey, welcome back. Broncos picking up a point after that timeout serve. Look at Emerson Johnson sends it out of bounds. The 2 with the serve for the Broncos. The Sweet over to Heckrell, goes up. Heckrell went up with the attack. Hits it right into the hands of Petz. Petz able to block that. Scores a point for the Warbirds, now a 10-6 lead. Petz with the serve to Tui. Over to Hoffer. Hoffer with the opposite hand tap over the net. That's a point for the Broncos. Zimperch in for the Broncos with the serve. Goes to Kier Johnson. Warbirds return it over the net. Now to Heckrell. Heckrell with the big attack. Warbirds able to handle it, get it back over to Tui. Tui sends it sailing out of bounds. Point for the Warbirds, now up 11-7. Kier Johnson with the serve. Teckel goes up. Johnson, little miscommunication by the Warbirds between Gockler and Jurdy. Advantage to the Broncos. Pick up a point now, down 11-8. Set number 4. The serve by Heckrell. They found that little soft spot under defense. Pet's able to handle it. Warbirds return the favor. Now up by 4, 12-8 in set number 4. Goes to Zemprich over cross court from Tui. Gockler goes to Zemprich. Zemprich gets it over to Heckrell. Heckrell just misjudged it. It rolls off her arm, point for the Warbirds. The Warbirds came out, fired up, a little more focus here in this fourth set. They felt they let that third one slip away. Heckrell, Hoffer goes back around, attacks it. Oh, to Heckrell, to Differding gets it over. Betts puts it up to the front line to Jurdy. Jurdy takes a little bit off that spike and slaps it with their fingertips. Rolls in for a point on the Broncos side. Now 18-14, there's 14-8 lead. We're to Tui. Pet's able to handle that, get it back over the net. Sweet returns it. Steinhaus, the Jurdy. Jurdy finds a spot in the backcourt. Catches Differding, not able to get there in time. Now up by 7. That third set. Warbirds up by as much as 6. The Broncos able to battle back. Take that third set. That sent sailing out of bounds. So Summer Steinhaus sends that serve out of bounds. Point for the Broncos. Gockler goes up. That is out of bounds. Broncos with the chance here in the serve to close the gap. Down by 5. Down 2-1 to the Warbirds. Jurdy goes up to Differding. Keller gets a handle on it. Gets to Kiera Johnson in the backcourt. Hughes sends it sailing to the back wall. Now a 16-10 lead for the Warbirds. Warbirds Pets goes up for the tack and the kill. Right at Hughes. Gockler with the serve on that far side, far corner. Differding. The Broncos with a little bit of miscommunication there between Hughes and Heckrell. The Warbirds now up 18-10. Keller puts it over the net right in the hands of Petts. Petts puts it down. Broncos have to take a timeout here with Coach Megan Johnson. The Warbirds leading this one by a score of 19-10. The biggest lead of the day for any team, up 19-10. We'll step away for another word from our sponsors.
Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hey, we are back. Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Well, the Warbirds lead this one 2-1 over the Lisbon Broncos. Here in set number 4, they have a 9-point lead. They're steadily building upon that lead. After that 1-all tie, opening the set up. And Keller sends that one sailing out of bounds in that near corner. Oh, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood. So it came out in this fourth set with the purpose. Now up 20-10. Obviously not happy with themselves in that third set, letting that one slip away, and the Broncos hanging around. Sweet with the serve. Send it to the backcourt. That's Jurdy going up for the Warbirds to Kira Johnson with the hustle. Over to Pets. Pets to Heckrell. Keller with the nice serve. Oh, and just out of bounds. So Keller, good reaction. And Wyndmere-Lidgerwood with the hustle all over the court tonight, not giving up on any ball. That's put up and put back by Dotson-Rod. Doubled up on the lead here, now up by 11. That Jurdy putting that one, or puts that one into the net. Lead back to 10. Tui with the serve. Broncos looking to pick up that first region victory of the night. Currently sitting at 0-2 in Region 1. Down in this one, 2-1. Kira Johnson, a nice dig, saves that one for the Warbirds. The Heckrell sends it over back to Johnson. To the front court to Pett. Pett taps it over. Done that a number of times tonight. Puts the Warbirds back up by 10. That's put up by Heckrell, and the point to the Broncos. Heckrell with the little tap over the net. Got Hoffer back in. Differding takes the seat. Keller with the serve. Keller sends it to Gockler. Over to Pets. Keller gets a hand on it, sends it to Heckrell. Finds a spot, open spot in the court. Gockler not able to get there in time. An 8-point lead. The Pets getting a hand on it. It was Tui. Just not able to straighten that one out. Another point for Wyndmere-Lidgerwood. They're up 24-15, up 2-1 over the Broncos. The Broncos is still hanging around in this one. Not giving up now, 24-16 lead, back to 8-point lead for the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Zimprich back in, Hughes takes the seat. To Kier Johnson, over to Gockler, far side, cross court. Here to Sweet, to Hoffer, is going to send it over for the Broncos. Warbirds looking to put this one away. Over to Gockler, to Sweet, to Heckrell, trying to save it for the Broncos. Back to Gockler. Warbirds forced to put it over the net. It's set over to Heckrell. Big block by the Warbirds. That's going to send it out of bounds. So Broncos cutting that lead now to 6 with Zimprich serving. Zimprich to Gockler here on the near side. Gockler goes up, finds the Soft spot in that back line. The Warbirds take the victory tonight, 25-17. Win this one by a score of 3-1 over the Lisbon Broncos, improved to 2-1 overall. Broncos fall to 0-3. And we'll go and step away for a word from our sponsors here live from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Wyndmere, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hey, welcome back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium. To close this one out tonight, where the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds defeat the Lisbon Broncos by a score of 3-1. So that is your final night. The Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds improved to 2-1 overall in Region 1. Broncos fall to 0-3. Here on your Bank North scoreboard. In set number one, the Warbirds win that one by a score of 27-25. Lisbon coming out a little bit slow, flat-footed, not able to find their serve or the rhythm at the net. And go down in that first set by a score of 27-25. Fall in the second set, 25-17. Come back and win that third set by a score of 25-23, forcing that fourth set. Here tonight in the Lisbon Gymnasium, where the Warbirds look like they're on a mission throughout that whole fourth set and come away with a 25-17 victory in set number 4 and take the game tonight, or the match tonight, by a score of 3-1 over the Lisbon Broncos. So your Lisbon Broncos are on the road on September 14th, so they will travel to Tri-State. So that is their next match. Once again, they will be away, and that is at Tri-State on the 14th of September with the 7:15 p.m. start time. In Wyndmere-Lidgerwood takes on Centra Cass in their home gym. So Wyndmere-Lidgerwood with another home match on the in the books, or on the books for them, as they started out their season. The 28th, 31st of August, and 7th September with some home matches against some of their region competition. And then we'll take on Centra Cass on the 14th of September. Lisbon on the road on 14th September, taking on Tri-State, and looking to pick up their first Region 1 victory of the season. They do have a win over Napoleon Gackle-Streeter for their lone win of the season for the Lisbon Broncos. Looking at your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy for Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for all of your Enbridge career opportunities. So Enbridge Energy Player of the Game goes to Kiera Johnson for the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Kiera Johnson coming up with some big points for the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds. Not only with their serve, but also with their hustle throughout the 4 sets tonight, not giving up on any of the balls that were mishit or hit to the backcourt, and sending them back in for points. They're able to set up scoring opportunities for teammates and helping the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds to this 3-set-to-win victory over the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos with the precision player of the game tonight, RDK Enterprises precision player of the game tonight, out of Hillsborough and Drayton. For precision planning, updates, and information or questions, contact RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough and Drayton at 701-683-2119 or visit planner.com. For RDK Enterprises is here to help you. That is your RDK Enterprises precision player of the game, going to McKenna Keller for the Lisbon Broncos. Keller with that same hustle and grit out there for the Broncos. And coming up in those first 2 sets, helping the Broncos kind of hang around there and scoring some points with their serve, but also with their front court work, picking up some blocks and some attack points for the Lisbon Broncos, keeping them in the game and eventually helping them out to that 25-23 win in that 3rd set for the Broncos, picking up their lone set win tonight for the Lisbon Broncos. So your RDK Enterprises precision player of the game goes to McKenna Keller. The Lisbon Broncos back in action on the 14th of September, where they take on Tri-State. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood will take on Centre Cass on the 14th. Lisbon falls to 0-3 in Region 1 and 2-4 or 2-5 overall. Wyndmere-Lidgerwood improves to 2-1 in Region 1 and 7-2 overall. So that'll do it tonight here from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium on yourliveevent.com. I'm sports announcer guy Brent Dick, along with cameraman Lincoln Adair. The Lisbon back home on the 19th of September will then take on the Richland Colts. So until then, we're signing off here from the home of the Broncos. See you on the 19th of September.